I'm Rebecca Rosenblatt, sex therapist. The number one complaint I hear from couples is bedroom boredom. Well, I won't stand for it. In the next 30 minutes, I will whip another couple's relationship into shape. How are you doing between the sheets?
I'm Alexis, I'm 29 years old.
I'm Alain, I'm 32 years old.
I'm an ed assistant.
I work in banking.
I'm totally in love with him.
She's my soulmate.
We had a beautiful, beautiful girl, Sienna. Before Sienna, our sex life was wonderful and hot and spicy.
I would like some help to get it back.
Alexis and Alain have a new baby girl, Sienna. Like many couples with newborns, things have changed. Sex is less frequent and not as hot and steamy. Let's see if we can help them reach those erotic heights once again, and perhaps climax even a bit higher. So tell me, guys, how did you meet?
Well, we met through a mutual friend of ours.
Was it love at first sight?
No, we were friends first for how many years before we started dating?
I would say we're friends for 2 years,
2
but are
years.
really close friends.
Yes.
What brought about the transition from friends to lovers?
I think we went to see a movie or something, and you just kissed me, and it was like, oh yeah, this makes sense.
What kind of movie was it?
No, that's just it. I don't think we made it to the
didn't make
movie,
it.
did
No,
we?
we didn't go.
Right. How is it right now, the fireworks?
They've kind of diminished a little bit. Our focus has kind of been changed, right?
I think, yeah,
Sienna's here. She's on the scene, so our emotions have kind of been poured into her and tending to her every need.
Is your body calling out to the lover in you?
I mean,
That's when it gets tricky.
Okay,
I want it to, and I want us to get that back. And I think, and Alain is very patient. He's very patient with me. You know, there are moments where he feels passionate and he wants to make love, and I'm just like, no, it's not gonna happen. I'm just way too tired, or I'm totally not in that frame of mind.
Sometimes I get really frustrated, and at the same time I feel really ashamed of myself. So what's wrong with me? You know, so maybe I'm too much of a perv, or just maybe I shouldn't be feeling this way.
So mixed feelings, because on the one hand you're saying, oh boy, why do I have to work so hard now, and you're frustrated, and on the other hand you're also feeling for her and you're saying, well, you know, come on, she's tired, she's a new mom and she needs a rest.
I want you to make love to me because you feel like it, because you feel like you're gonna have fun, because you feel like you want to do it.
I'm in the mood.
I mean,
Not out of obligation.
Never,
Right.
never, never, never.
Being new parents is one of the best things in life, but the emphasis ends up on being parents, not lovers. Gorgeous Alexis isn't feeling so gorgeous and sexual anymore, and caring for the beautiful Sienna has made spontaneous sex virtually impossible. I've got to resuscitate this relationship and show Alexis and Alain that they can be both passionate parents and passionate lovers. Over the next week, I want you to do something called 10-10-10. You're going to take 10 minutes just chatting with each other, trying to see what the other person's day was. If you had a hard day, you can tell her. She's your wife. You can come to her and she can be loving and supportive. The next 10 minutes, just enjoy each other with non-sexual touching. So this means you can stroke each other, you can kiss each other, you can hold hands, you can do anything you want. But the idea is not necessarily leading up to sex. It's not genital touching. Next 10 minutes, you can get a little sexual, but it's through clothes, okay? So your teens in the back of a car, you're groping each other, and you're trying to rouse each other, but you're groping through clothes. It's a very different sensation, and you might discover different parts on each other. At that point, guess what? I'm out. It's up to you two. Wherever the spirit leads you. Okay?
Oh, yes, okay.
I'd like to know, what is it that you desire?
Since Sienna, it's been hard to get that feeling of sexiness, you know, and yes, I can make you want me anytime I want.
Well, Alain does want Alexis anytime, anywhere, but she's feeling self-conscious in her newly changed body, and that's preventing her from fully letting go physically. I'm going to let her see herself through admiring eyes looking in, instead of her own critical eyes looking out. A little boudoir photography just might do the trick.
Would you say that your body image has changed?
Definitely. Going from like a size 8 to a size 16.
Yes, you may not be a size 8 right now, but you've created life.
Yes, exactly.
And now you're nourishing your baby, so maybe your breasts aren't the same size. But
It is hard for body image. It's, as a woman, it's difficult to see yourself like this change.
so what I really want to do with you today is do something that's respectful of your body. And I want to do something that's beautiful, that's tasteful. I want these photos in the end to be something that you can look back on and hopefully show them to your daughter with pride.
Yes.
We're going to bring your diva back. She's going to be screaming. Those breasts are where they should be. I look amazing. My thighs are glorious. My face is heaven.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Excellent. I want a little bit of that shoulder. So can you just hold the shoulder? I want you to flirt with the tip of your shoulder. Oh, yes. Hold it right there. Hold it there. No, I want glorified cleavage. Okay. We're getting hot. This is good.
While Alexis continues to work on loving her new body, I teach Alain some mouth-to-south relationship resuscitation.
Hey, where did you go?
Jiggling, and where did it go, right?
Because since Sienna, it's been hard to get that feeling of sexiness, you know.
I want you to flirt with the tip of your shoulder. Oh, yes.
Men, I mean, in general, I know Alain, but men in general, they can wake up with an erection, you know, and they're horny. And me, you know, it's not like a button you can press and say, okay, you're horny now, you know? You can't, that doesn't work that way.
When do you feel your randiest?
In the morning.
In the morning. And he's got the woodwork in.
Yeah.
Why aren't you guys doing something with it?
Well, because sometimes Sienna wakes up in the morning and I want to be ready for her. So I'm afraid that if we're going to be having sex and the baby wakes up beside me, I'd be like, oh my God, this is just wrong, you know?
He will understand.
Oh,
He's right there
yeah,
with
he'll
you.
understand.
But you kind of got to try, because if you don't try, then you've inadvertently put yourself in the same spot, no sex. If you try and maybe it gets stopped half the time, but what about the other half where it doesn't get stopped?
And I don't want to look at my wife, like, you know, just see the mother of my child. No, I just want to look at her as my best friend and my lover too, still my lover.
And what do you think you can do for her that'll really, really excite her?
Well, I think I'd like new ways of foreplay, I'd like Alain to learn new ways of foreplay.
Do you think that's something that you'd like to kind of get more slick at?
Whatever it takes, I'll do whatever it
You're
takes.
willing to do anything?
Yes, yes.
So, Alain, welcome to the world of pink. If you haven't...
Alexis needs a little more foreplay to get her in the mood these days, and conveniently, since having a baby, she's got some new erogenous zones just waiting to be discovered. Time to give Alain a little roadmap to her body.
Today you're going to be learning how to use your mouth in delicious, exciting ways by touching her just so. All these beautiful peaches here. Reminds you of something else? So grab one. Let's see what you got.
Ready?
Yes.
I will grab one like this.
Oh yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
I can even grab it.
Now, just one thing though.
Yes.
I think you went a little too hard at it. Always start at the periphery, slowly work your way in. So, slowly, kind of go around. Show me what you got. Much better, much better.
What I like to do is emphasize all the curves and I hide all the so-called bits.
Don't make me laugh.
This is the one that says, see, look how hot your mama was.
Alexis certainly seems to be letting loose and strutting her stuff with pride. I can't wait to see the finished photographs.
Yes.
Have you ever met one of these
Yeah, I've seen, like, you know, maybe on
in the flesh?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
First, we have her outer lips, okay? These are the protective lips. So, you know, they're thicker, they're not as sensitive, otherwise she'd go, ooh, she'd put on panties and she'd get too excited.
Oh yeah. All the
Then
time.
there's the inner lips. These are the ones that are really sensitive, lots of nerve endings. And these are the ones that you want to go really gentle on, just barely like the pedal. can't be any more than the flicker of a candle. Show me.
How's that? Like
Just
that?
gently. Okay, that's perfect. You got it. Now, right up here is the little jewel, the clitoral head. Similar to your head, a little bit smaller, but with twice as many nerve endings. Now, have you ever tried just sucking it like a nipple, just barely taking it between your lips? No teeth. That's it. Just very gentle. Even gentler than that.
When you came in, I know there was some initial nervousness.
Yeah, a little bit.
And what are you feeling now?
More comfortable with my new body.
What else do you want to remind yourself of who you are as a person?
That I'm a woman and that
Yes.
I should be appreciated the way I am. And I should learn to appreciate myself.
So that you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, and you're like, I'm beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You're wonderful. The workshop was a little intimidating at first, but very liberating afterwards. And I was on a high, feeling comfortable in my own skin again and feeling like a sexy woman.
When she becomes aroused, boom, becomes erect, just like a guy, and it hides under the hood here.
And I said, like, no. So she's like, no. She said, she's, jiggling. And hey, where did
She's
it go?
jiggling, and where did it go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's jiggling because it's aroused, it's standing up. And this
So I'm
is
doing a good job then, if it disappears, right?
You're doing a great job if it disappears.
Oh, good.
Right here, when you're coaxing this out, run your tongue on the inside here. It will drive her crazy. It'll drive her insane. 2 to 3 inches, and you do this come hither until it gets really spongy. Put your hands right in there and feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel it?
Uh-huh.
Alexis just had a baby. You got to discover her. She's a brand new woman. So you better do your homework.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. Why not tonight?
Looks like you're going to enjoy this, aren't
Oh,
you?
yes, I'm
That's what I was hoping.
The workshop with Rebecca was amazing, interesting, really. So much fun. I learned so much. Tips she gave me to make what's good, to make even better. Please my lady.
I love the naughty, dirty part of sex, but I also like it to be spiritual.
Alexis and Alain learn about the extended pleasures of tantric sex next on Between the Sheets. Things are looking better on the home front as Alexis and Alain have been practicing their 10-10-10 homework and are consciously planning time for intimacy around the baby's schedule. But I've got lots more planned for these two.
I love the naughty, dirty part of sex, but I also like it to be spiritual because he is my husband and there's a lot of love and emotion involved, and so that's why I'd like to explore the tantric side of it because I know it's a very spiritual, right? Plus, I heard that you can have an orgasm for a really long time.
Well, it's my job to fulfill sexual wishes. Time to call in Lucy Becker, tantric expert.
And Tantra is an ancient spiritual tradition. It comes from India. It's thousands of years old, and we include sexual practices along with the spiritual practices. So really it's about sex in a spiritual context. You're going to say a tantric greeting. We call it the Namashta.
I honor the divine within you.
Namaste, I honor the divine within you.
You both carry divine energy, and that at the energy level, you guys are one. We have a certain capacity for pleasure, like a pleasure ceiling, and so with these exercises, we're running a lot more of energy through you, and that will actually expand your capacity for pleasure. And just move your hips back and forth like that. Oh yeah, very good motion. As you're going forward, squeeze your butt cheeks together, okay? What you have going now is called an energy pump. Say the ha, ha. Now you're going to be circling around your vagina, okay? Just circle around. And for you, imagine yourself circling around the base of your lingam. That's the word we use for penis, okay? So the base, where it's like deep in your body, okay? So just making motions like that.
Inside.
It is in your body, yeah.
Oh,
You've got a part of your penis that's about this much inside your body, actually.
Right.
Lucy, we'd like to know how to control our ejaculation.
Tantrics have been doing this for thousands of years. We actually have very specific techniques that will help a man last for as long as he wants. You can even learn to have multiple orgasms.
That's the only one I know.
Yeah, it takes about 8 weeks to learn the ejaculation control, and then maybe another 4 weeks to get the multiple orgasms, which is not long to actually change your whole life. So a very powerful thing to do is deep breathing. Okay, now hold the breath at the top, and now drop your jaw and go It redistributes the hot sexual energy from the lingam, and it moves it into that central channel we were talking about, the energy channel, brings it up into the rest of the body. So squeeze your butt cheeks together really tight. Good. It's good for the glutes too, eh? You'll still feel aroused, you'll still have your erection, but this is a way to manage it. Okay, so that, you know how it can get really out of control?
Yeah.
Like it just goes vroom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a way to manage that.
Lucy, I'd like to know how I can extend my 3-second internal orgasms. How can I make them longer?
What will make a huge difference is if you do those internal pelvic squeezes. So contract the PC muscle a little bit and a little bit more for 2. Now 3, contracting more, 4, and on 5 have a full hard contraction. Hold it for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and now let the contraction go a little bit. 1 and 2, relaxing each one more, 3, 4, and 5. You should be fully relaxed. Take a deep breath. And now tell me, were you able to go up?
Yeah. And
Okay,
then
good.
maintain it?
Yeah, we're able
Yeah.
to maintain it. And how was the coming down?
That was a bit harder to let it go.
That's good. It means that there's room for improvement, room for that muscle to get stronger, okay? Because at one point you'll be able to come down and not just in 5 steps, you'll come down in 12 steps.
And then while I'm actually having intercourse, do I practice that during intercourse?
She's so creative.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Because it also strengthens around the penis when I do that, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a squeeze.
Good.
It's really just a matter of building up the body strength, learning some energy techniques. It's really not hard. It's just education.
And practice.
And practice. A little bit of practice, yeah.
Ooh, let's
Yeah.
practice.
The Tantra workshop was interesting. We learned a lot of new little tricks, especially how to move, rhythm.
Make it last.
Definitely, how to make it last longer.
Because
Look in your eyes.
sexy lady.
And live with my body the way it is now and just learn to accept that this is how it's become more beautiful.
It's been a couple of weeks since I saw Alexis and Alain. Let's see if these new parents have rediscovered their passion.
From everything you've been learning, how has that helped your relationship?
From the workshop with you, I learned how to please my woman and take a good thing and make it better.
Mine was it was interesting. It was wonderful. It was kind of liberating.
Oh, you have to tell me.
Can I show you some pictures?
I'd love to see your pictures. How did it make you feel, the whole workshop?
It was a little intimidating at first, but afterwards I felt quite liberated.
How so?
I started to feel more comfortable in my body and my skin.
These are gorgeous. Look at that look in your eyes.
She's like a movie star.
Isn't it though?
She does.
What is she telling you in here?
Ooh. Sexy lady. Sexy lady.
These are beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, you look gorgeous.
Not bad.
Awesome.
And that's it.
How did it feel? Did you feel sexy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Starting
Oh,
to
you are sexy.
Were you starting to love your body again, as a sexy body it is?
I think that's what it is. I have to learn to accept it and live with my body the way it is now, and just learn to accept that this is how it's become more beautiful.
Absolutely. How else has it helped your relationship, accepting your body?
Just being able to be more free with Alain and feeling more at ease and not feeling like I'm ugly or that I don't like this part or that part of me. And because all of those fears kind of block you, you know, and you don't feel as at ease and liberated and comfortable. But now I do.
What would you say is the most positive change from everything?
Can just be lovers again, like, you know, instead of being like, you know, parents. I mean, like, I love being parents, but at the same time, I just don't want to, you know, miss out on not being lovers.
Are you having sex more often?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
We have to time it when Sienna goes to bed, and now I know her routine, so we know when it's
Where do you see yourselves going from here, your sex life and your relationship?
back to the way it used to be.
Oh yes, even better. Even better now. Oh yes. We didn't know any tantra before.
That's right. Yeah, we've learned a few new tricks.
So back the way it was and then some.
Yes.
Should we clear off the table for you guys? Well, Alexis and Alain certainly seem to be climbing new heights, rediscovering each other. When was the last time you took 10 minutes to chat, 10 minutes to caress, and 10 minutes to get down and dirty? How about tonight? See you next time on Between the Sheets.